Is the BAR after TTK patch back to being God Gun of Battlefield 1? Once again guys, I do apologize for my voice, but as I've mentioned in yesterday's video, I'm still quite sick and I can't do anything about it, but I want to keep uploading. And now that you know this, we can get into the actual topic of this video, and that being BAR 1918 getting buffed, along with all of the other weapons in TTK patch. If you remember, at the beginning of Battlefield 1's life cycle, the BAR 1918 was super accurate and it was pretty much the best weapon in the game. Not to mention that it was also the most versatile one. You could kill enemies up close, on the medium range, and even pick off kills on the long distances because the weapon was insanely accurate. You were able to score those kills almost instantly, and it was back in the day when it required 5 shots to kill the enemy. So to prevent BAR from being that extremely powerful, DICE decided to nerf its accuracy, and then it became still a good weapon, but it wasn't the best weapon. Naturally, you can still do very well with it, but it's not the only weapon that all of the support players run on the battlefield with. And now that the big weapon balance update is about to come out with the second half of Turning Tides DLC, some of the BF1 players are worried that even though it doesn't get its accuracy increased back to the previous state, it will get its damage increased and it could cause the BAR 1918 becoming a God Gun of Battlefield 1 once again. But personally, I don't think this will ever happen, and here is why. The first and the main reason why I think this won't happen is because all of the other weapons in the game, except for the sniper rifles, will get better. Assault and support weapons will get their damages increased, and the medic rifles will become overall more accurate, making them a lot more viable to use, and really, trust me, from playing the CTE, those are very powerful. But this isn't all of it. Also, all of the LMGs available in Battlefield 1 will get their aiming down the sights time increased when the TTK patch goes to the vanilla game. And because of that, it will be a lot harder to play with LMGs in all 1v1 engagements, or 1 versus even more players, on pretty much all of the distances. When you for example come across the assault player, this guy will not be at the disadvantage because of the ADS time, and in that situation it will be actually his advantage over you. And believe me, the increase of ADS time might not be that visible if you're watching the gameplay, but once you play the game yourself, you will notice it immediately. Especially if you have a super aggressive playstyle like I do. I tend to run right into the enemies, and once it takes you so long to aim down the sights, it's really bad. Now, I'm not saying you won't be able to effectively use LMGs after this update. Of course, you will be, but you will have to gain the advantage from your positioning and maybe keeping the distance from the enemy. The official reason for that nerf that DICE provided on the CTE forums was that they want to keep LMG players, or support players using LMGs, to play at the medium range and not go Rambo up close. I'm not exactly certain how this will affect the overall gunplay of Battlefield 1, it's too early for such judgments, especially that I didn't really play much on the CTE. We'll have to wait for the patch to come to the retail version of the game, wait couple of days, maybe even weeks, to see how it will shape the whole gunplay and what will be different. It takes time for players to get used to new mechanics. Alright, maybe not exactly the new mechanics, but still, tweaked mechanics that feel totally different than they used to before. Anyway guys, that would be it for this video. My voice is almost gone at this point, so it's time to end it. As always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.